Usually, what would happen in cases where the purchasing party has duly discharged the GST liability to the selling party, but the selling party has been failed to pay the amount with the government. Yeah, we are talking about a condition of section 16, specifically section 16 subsection 2 clause C, which cast a condition on the availment of ITC on the purchasing party, that if you want to avail the ITC, there is a condition that your counterparty should have paid the GST amount with the government. That is, the seller should have paid the GST amount with the government itself. Then only you have been eligible to claim the ITC as per condition 16 subsection 2 clause C. A very welcoming judgment we have been came across from the Tripura High Court in the case of Sahil Enterprises versus Union of India, where Tripura High Court held that the Parliament, while enacting section 16 subsection 2 clause C, has failed to distinguish between the purchasing dealer who have bona fide transacted with the selling dealers by taking all the precautions as required by the Act, and those who haven't. That means the Parliament has failed to distinguish between a bona fide purchaser and a mala fide purchaser, thereby held that the purchasing dealer cannot be asked to do impossible, that is to identify the selling dealer who will not deposit with the government the tax collected by him from purchasing dealers and avoid transacting with such selling dealers. Alternatively, section 16 subsection 2 clause C should be interpreted in a manner that in cases where the purchasing dealer is a bona fide purchaser, the ITC should not be denied for such a bona fide transaction, and hence for such a bona fide purchaser the ITC should be eligible. Keeping the judgment also discussed the judgment already passed by the various other high courts like Kerala High Courts in the case of trade links, and the Patna High Court in the case of Asta Enterprises, Madhya Pradesh High Court in the case of Shri Krishna Chemicals, where it has been held that the 16 subsection 2 clause C has been duly drafted and the ITC will not be available with the purchasing party. But this particular judgment of the Sahil Enterprises passed by the Tripura High Court on 6th of Jan 2026 is a very welcoming judgment for all the purchasing dealers which has entered in a bona fide transaction, keeping in view the erstwhile judgment that has been passed in the VAT regime by the Delhi High Court in case of Quest Merchandising India Private Limited, where it has been held that such a transaction should distinguish between a bona fide and a mala fide purchasing dealer while restricting the ITC for the purchaser. So very welcoming judgment for all the taxpayers. We can use this particular judgment while we have came across with any show cause notice which has been held that 16 subsection 2 clause C has been violated. Stay tuned for further judgments.